Ace already hovering over the echo. I think a minimum on Lighthouse to be looking towards an echo. When thinking about his counter, starting on the Ash. As a reminder, Nami is also on this roster, and maybe at least somewhat surprised that Nami is starting.
I'm on Thailand to win, man.
Is they value Quinn and his potential on the Sombra, on the Tracer. Birdlock's already on the fire, on the Mercy, which means Nando will be swapping over towards the fire. That would be one of the only reasons you would run the Mercy. However, Pudo's also going to be matching on the other side. A little bit of pocketing towards Ace. Done their homework. Certainly know they want to take down Nando. This is one of the ways.
Getting that aerial superiority will be so critical. And I feel like it's very apt that someone called Ace is on a flying hero. Pudo and Bertlog both, but targets there. Calvin's going to be D-Max super early. That's so rough. Punk, meanwhile, completely fine despite the slight bit of anti-heal on him. Now no Calvin means Punk can just kind of sit pretty
Clay, appreciate the massive 100 bits, my friend.
That extra bit of aerial superiority now. They've got the ground game in their command.
This is also one of those maps where you get to start Punk on his best hero as well. A lot of connection onto Pally there, completely annihilated. I don't think Thailand have so far yet to get a kill. They're being routed. At this point, it will be an extended team wipe. I mean, High Vision's the only one that didn't end up going down in that. At least High Vision does trade his own life, but everyone on Thailand has gone down.
And I mean, even then, Bertlog getting the res onto Quinn anyway, so it's sort of erased that little bit of progress that Thailand did get. As soon as Pally got found out, things just kind of unraveled for Thailand there. A rack of kills that I don't think they were expecting to have to suffer. So that's really dragged out their respawn and reset time.
It even starts before then because you have Calvin going down first, and now Ace might end up falling. Trying to turn around, some good pocketing there. Calvin coming to save the Matrix.
And he's down already. Dynamite.
This game has been pre-recorded, chat. These are the only few games that will be pre-recorded because they have already happened. They happened at 1 a.m. EST. I am not awake at that. But I don't want to not watch all the games, so we're gonna be watching it. That was a nice shot by Ace.
Punk D-Mags does self-destruct the reset. That Calvin's even got his own self-destruct, by the way, as Ace trying to reel around.
Oh, nice kill before the remag.
Just before the remag. Beautiful work by Calvin with the help of Ace, and now getting the point off Australia. Pretty clean engagement all up, despite losing a Pudo early. A good trade on Bertlog works out.
Next game is in an hour 20. That's why we're watching this one.
Being paid off. I mean, that's exactly what you need. Ace back in the mix. With Bertlog being forced away.
And I'm bored. Appreciate that's a new tier 1.
Included. Punk not allowed to remix there. Some extra damage from this thing.
Jay should be a commentator. Nah, no way, bro. I don't think a lot of people would like me commentating.
Res from Pudo doing plenty of work, and speaking of that, Ace put a lid on top of Nanda.
Yeah, Nanda having to really take a breather there. Nope. That's the beam to finish him off. Really nice work once again.
I don't think you could curse as a commentator. I don't think I could be able to commentate. Also, commentating is hard.
Still running. Bob v Bob on the point, as I mean, on this side, I guess. Punk finding out Pally as well. Trading back and forth as Calvin going to go for a self-destruct to reset the mech. They get the res off on Pally. Calvin will not be able to remech. Ace slept during that duplicate, so not in any, not really with any ability to get the, what am I trying to say? There's a rocket barrage happening that finds High Vision. That's far more important than Ace's ultimate being used for now.
Okay, yeah, actually, Team Australia is a very strong team.
Despite a hot start for Thailand, they're still coming against this. The nano boost is on Ace. They aren't able to keep him alive long enough to
What team does Punk play for again?
Is dangerously low.
Yeah, 1 HP.
I see him in my games a lot.
Self-destruct. And still flying true.
Anyone know?
He's okay for now. Not enough long-range damage. Not enough to pressure him down.
He plays for Vancouver? Does he really?
For that first 99. Not a lot to use here for
so I'm signed to Luminosity as a streamer, chat.
This one's going to be pretty dry.
And Luminosity owns an Overwatch League team, and that team is Vancouver Titans. So Punk and I are co-workers.
Dusting off Ace, yeah. Punk looks up, sees that last little bit, pumps a few extra shots in it. That's going to be a hard one for Pudo to res. I don't even think it's possible for him to res it.
So that means I'm an Overwatch League player.
Down, Thailand just have to go for the point. Ace having to come back on a Tracer just to get here in time. Calvin, D-Max already. Punk still is a self-destruct, which at this point he can just use to zone people off the point, force them to trade their lives to keep it
you said that yesterday? Yeah, I don't know who's on Team Vancouver. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who's on Overwatch League teams.
Not bad though in terms of Thailand's
Punk doesn't even know who Jay is. Bet!
A little bit close there.
Bet! What's Punk's Twitter? I bet you he knows who I am. Let's search it up. Look! Punk is right here. He knows who I am. Wait, why does it say he's following me? Listen, it doesn't even matter, chat. Vancouver is following me, bro. Vancouver. That's all that matters, chat. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter.
Just Lucio Moya with a Torb instead. It's a little bit rare, and Ace will take care of him. So Nanda might look to swap over to something a little bit more. Could go towards a Sombra here.
I'm Punk's manager. He hates you.
Might be a bit of an issue for Nanda's hero pool. Will stay for now. It does still work out well versus High Vision on the Tracer, but it's going to be pretty bad versus Ace.
They're kind of stuck in this.
Damn, that's actually crazy. So he's Australian and he goes all the way to, you know, Vancouver.
Now, as the points already gone the way of Thailand, now the fight starts to break out once again. So you see Australia wheeling towards the point. Bertlog eating an anti-nade. Needs to be just that little bit careful for the time being, but overall, Thailand are just kind of hanging on. Australia haven't made a serious pass just yet.
So Trust struggling to get onto point. Ace's damage is so high. He's already got an ultimate duplicate on board, and remember, he did get that opening pick onto Nanda as well. They're struggling to deal with Ace at this point in time. Australia looking for anything they can. Find Calvin on the side.
Isolated from his team. Not
every time they say Caliban, I keep thinking they're saying Calvin. I'm like,
Calvin. That felt like a bit of an unforced error from Thailand. They didn't quite catch Australia's long rotation around the point. Ends up paying off for Australia, who end up using the coalescence. They were sort of banking on using that for the fight. Works out a charm.
And Calvin would normally be okay in that situation because you have, you know, still boosters, you have the Matrix as well, but I think both work on.
Aimbot Caliban
as well didn't quite have the Nano to save Calvin, so it wasn't necessary that Calvin had to die there, but somehow gets caught out. Punk rotates into him, locks out any escape route. It's just a snowball from that point onwards in Thailand. We're coming up to some big ultimates and they still have the duplicate.
Australia haven't quite equalized the percentage. This is a big opportunity for Thailand here. Ace going in with a duplicate on the Matra. Solid start. Punk low has to pop that. Annihilation does not get mileage out of it. Ace is on an absolute tear right now. Now trying to turn things back around as Quinn, only finding High Vision. Found Pally before that to finish off, charging the Death Blossom. Ace getting another one still in the duplicated form before finally reverting back over. Goes down, but at this point,
that's actually good for Team Australia. A lot of Thailand just used all their ults, and they did all that while still having the point. That's huge.
They've changed compositions. Australia is now moving towards
I actually really do enjoy how Team Australia is running the Torbjorn.
I mean, you can keep the Lucio here.
You don't see a lot of Torbjorn run in tournaments, but so I love it.
Kind of like a brawl anti-dive. Molten Core doesn't really have value. Who are you even throwing the Molten Core on? Both, you got two flyers in this team, very long range heroes. I don't even know how Quinn catches Ace. Ace should be in the skies there.
With a quick melee, no less, so that tells you everything you need to
know.
Bro,
and the Torb's on the front line. It's not like he's in the back either. He's literally on the front line. I love it.
Not sure where Ace even went down, but that's a bad start.
It's costly for just one death. I mean, Thailand end up losing one play, and they have to back completely out, give the point away. Now Australia takes the lead. Australia, again, are the team that are having to play the sort of weird comp, try and make this
Holy shit, he hit the Echo twice. Wait, he got the Echo. He actually got the Echo.
Yeah, 3 shots in a row. Nanda just sniped
Torb counters flying characters? Chat? Thoughts?
Not quite in the pocket and not in a risible spot.
Who says you need a hit scan anymore?
They feel they don't need the aerial superiority. No need to continue playing that. Apudo obviously going down. Pally as well. So big change up here from Thailand.
They're actually playing into the hands of Nanda slightly. They're going to go more towards the ground composition. Lucio, Moira, Reaper, so it's basically a full brawl. This is one way you can certainly force your way onto point, but this is now a good position for Nanda to play the Molten Core. A lot of players are going to struggle to get past this.
Oh, he didn't spread it though. He didn't spread it. That doesn't even matter.
That all unraveled.
All right, well, Quinn is going to play the Hanzo here, which was on the table. Again, you pick one of the 3 for the long range. Eyes on Bertlog. BAP ends up being the answer. I think a lot of main supporters do at least have a little bit of that BAP in the hero pool. I would have expected minimum, maybe a Brig would not have been as strong, but okay, BAP's in both sides. Hanzo would have both sides. Calvin's got a bit of a test on. Let's see if he can take down the high ping Punk.
Woo! Solid start from High Vision. I noted he was strong on the snipers yesterday and has really come out swinging, taking down Bertlog.
HP bar's looking pretty bad for Australia for now.
Nami as well. Really feeling heat.
Dodge of the rock there. That would have been pretty catastrophic. Losing another player, losing more time. Consistently low though. Quinn and Punk. Punk is down. Damn.
Yeah, and I think that was. I actually think that was before they were able to get Bertlog properly back with the team.
Middlecaster has more hair on his lip than Jay has on his whole head. Yo, how about you do me a favor and you suck my ass, bro?
Much damage. Actually, he's not going to be able to heal everyone by himself as his end. Slow start for this first minute gone, no movement.
It's a really brutal hold right now. Apudo gets picked off. That's an important opening opportunity now. No more immortality field, so Calvin is dead to rights. And finally, Australia able to open back out into the rest of the map, get a little bit of play going through. Ace still exacting his toll, making sure they at least get one more on the exit of the fight. High Vision was just there to stall out the cart.
There's still plenty of space to play through, so Thailand's okay for now. They've held fairly far forward for a Sigma team. And given that sort of distance, they can play the time a little bit. I know what kind of space is still left to play in towards 88% for Ace's infra side, and that's going to be a really big, I think, differential in the actual Widowmaker gameplay. So not something Nami can answer. The payload has moved a decent amount now. Thailand's been a bit slow to recontest, but we are at least going to get the recontest on the hairpin.
Punk nearly ready with the flux. Oh, Ace with the infra sight knocks Nami. Quinn finds Ace in return though.
Are these players playing on the newest patch, or are they on the tournament client with different patch version? They're on the newest patch. This is the patch that is live right now.
Expired before he landed back down, so he's a quick pick.
There you go.
Very nicely done by Thailand.
There you go, Thailand. There you go.
Australia didn't end up using their ultimates really aside from the window.
I didn't have a chance to. Too low HP.
Do you prefer the orange or white skin? They both look clean. I do like the white flames. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to the white flames, but that shit looks pretty cool. But I do like the orange black. Orange and black are like...
left to play through, so Australia's pacing still...
That's a really good color combination.
They will be coming in with
orange and black is the color of my Bugatti in my driveway right now.
A bit of flux to ideally counter out Apudo.
Gonna have to go in for it. Here we go. Flux first. High Vision. Ooh, a little bit out in the cold there. Not able to get into an immortality field. He was lifted just enough above it. Ace down quickly.
We don't believe you. I mean, you shouldn't, because I'm a fucking Overwatch streamer, bro.
And there we go.
I got a bicycle.
That was starting to look real good for Thailand. Looking like a potential full homie, but just unraveling in that fight.
Pally didn't ult there either. Apudo waited for the lamp. I mean, he should have used the lamp.
How much is a Bugatti, chat?
How
much is a Bugatti?
For the drop end of the flicks to come before
$2 million?
Because he wants to block the damage out for that. Doesn't want his lamp broken too early. But because he plays it late for that reason, you end up just losing a play. I think one of either play the lamp early or play the Transcendence for High Vision needed to happen, and neither did.
Oh, wait.
They lose one play and they just get rolled over.
Now, Australia.
An oil change for a Bugatti is $21,000.
And kind of needing a pick. Whew, Quinn takes a bit of a beating. Oh, Ace is the one who finds it. Threads a headshot through on Tsunami. That gives Ace and High Vision a lot of superiority on these sidelines. High Vision avoiding the damage around the side there from Punk, who's just going right up in Calvin's grill, taking a lot of heat for it. Aki may want to pop a Transcendence if Australia don't back out here. Punk has really taken some heat. The immortality field was used by Apudo. No further ground for the time being.
Okay, we're going off topic, chat. We gotta finish. We gotta focus on Thailand here. I want Thailand to win. I met some of their players. We talked to some of their players. Apudo has been dating a girl for 10 years, and she's very supportive of his career choice. And he's trying to make money so he can buy a ring for her, bro. I love the story. I want Thailand to win, man. Such a cute, beautiful story, man.
Thailand not finding anything in that fight.
And because Thailand had to back
don't
out
curse Thailand, you fool.
I'm
not. I don't have curse. I don't have a curse. I'm not cursed. I'm not cursed.
They're gonna be able to win this fight and instantly cap out, so no further contest.
I guarantee you, Thailand's gonna win this match. What? Bet.
Transcendence, which would have been important in that play, especially given that Bertlog pulls in with the amplification matrix and Calvin instantly just gets the lead. That would have been the time for the Transcendence.
Imagine meeting a girl. I'm still working on that step. True.
I end up losing the rest of B. And not a lot of defense, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's kind of been a whole lot of nothing from Thailand. Even when they have found picks, they actually started off that last engagement with Ace getting a kill directly onto Nami.
I mean, A has been good.
Yeah.
A point was good for the most part.
Fantastic. Oh, Ace down. Unfortunate. High Vision taking a bit of heat as well. And once again, Thailand are just losing ground here.
A lot of free push for Punk at the moment. Notably, Australia isn't currently going outdoors. They're not going close so far. Thailand wants to challenge from that angle.
Going around the corner for a flux, there is Punk moving back towards the cart. Bit of an awkward brawl through this corner. Bit of a wasted ultimate. It was a Dragon Strike as well from High Vision. Now Quinn and burns down Calvin. devastating blow there. Trades coming back through, continuing to favor Australia, even in losing the support lineup here. Punk is still nice and healthy. They're getting just a little bit of free push. Contested now, obviously, but Thailand will be able to muster another defense here. Australia, having lost those supports, will need to back away from this.
Oh my god, dude.
So they can only get a little bit more push if possible, but Apuda drops down. He's got the extra healing. And even though Punk had okay HP,
what the fuck is that? Punk's awareness is so good that he probably knew Santa wasn't real at the age of 2.
As their team was losing the fight.
What?
Australia don't have actually the numbers to push forward.
Wait,
it was a solo
Santa's not real?
Thailand gets to hide away. They don't have to contest.
Wait, what?
The Widow's not going to be pushing payload. So it's an infrasight gone to the wind. Nami should probably think about getting off the Widowmaker here anyway. It does... This is not the best location anymore for the Widow. You can sort of force it. But
do the white and orange ults come with the skin? No, that is just visual effects that you're watching right now. They're not like that.
Trying to continue contesting this payload without it costing him his life, but nope, there it is. They're able to find the extra shots to confirm the kill. Thailand now one man down.
Do you think girls could participate in the Overwatch World Cup? Yeah, there's some girls on shit, bro. Chat. The ones on they're on an undefeated team. Norway. Yeah, Norway. What's her name? Mimiko?
It's looking like this is going to be with Thailand.
Mimio. Yeah, she's really good. They're undefeated, I'm pretty sure, right now. They're 2-0. Really fucking good player. And there's one more. I don't know what team. Mexico?
They're going to run back at it with the exact same composition. Thailand.
No, I don't know. They're not a mercy one trick. They've been playing a lot of characters. You guys are just mad that you're calling the girl player a mercy one trick, and you guys can't even represent your own country. Yeah, get fucked, idiot.
Play through the and Matrix just off the lane.
Nami picked out, unfortunately, by the Dragon Strike from High Vision, and you also saw that that Flux get used from Punk on Calvin to no effect.
There's one more.
Now Burtlock down, Aki dropped. That's going to be the
Puerto Rico has a woman on their team. Is it Puerto Rico?
At the end there where it
thought it was Mexico.
I had to say Thailand did give a lot of ground away.
Yeah, they eventually recovered onto C. I think this is where you just start to see the Widowmaker fall off in terms of usefulness.
I mean, apparently High Vision is Widowmaker in real life, so I mean, yeah, I guess Thailand
for Australia ended up being, I think, the nail in the coffin. They only would have had 30 seconds remaining. That's exactly what they had to play through.
A Dolphin, appreciate the massive 6 months.
You need a lot of value on the Flux. You need a lot of value on the End Matrix, and fortunately, neither was going to end up being the case. I mean, you would have had a lot more value on the Flux if you already had pushed the payload towards the end, force the final contest, and just Flux enemies off the payload. Dragon Strike, as I mentioned, in the final hour as well, is a difference maker.
Pudo is a real OG player. That's why I like him too. 2000. He's been on the team since what? 2016. He's pretty cool. I like the one cool thing I like about watching these World Cup events is like meeting them and actually learning their history and whatnot. It's so fucking cool. I knew about Pudo for a while, but I just never actually talked to him. It was pretty fun to talk to him. Too bad we live in 2 different time zones, so we'll probably never talk to each other again unless I stay up at like 4 a.m. But
the full map, it's a bit of a tall order.
Why are you not playing for USA in the World Cup? They only offered me $700,000. I didn't want that.
Widow entirely, so was already going to be fairly Nami favored on the Widowmaker battle, given that he's on the defensive side now. But Ace will not even play into it. I think for the opening point, this could end up being a mistake. The opening lane here, this big straight, extremely difficult to play into a Widowmaker.
Once the Sojourn with those rail shots. Ooh, Pally picked off. Nami finds High Vision. Early clock on for Australia.
I think.
And Ace is going to go down here as well. Bit of a slow bleeder for Thailand as they wait for some respawns.
You can only hide behind a shield of Calvin for so long. And they just
Brazil in the World Cup, yes.
Sidelines as well, playing the Sojin with the Hanzo version. I think you do need the Widowmaker once again. Backline is going to start pulling away in terms of ult charge for Australia here as well. Pudo is still leading. Actually, quite a bit further behind. Calvin in a lot of trouble here.
Big immortality field used already. Ace not able to benefit from it. And there we go. Calvin still goes down.
Yeah, Widowmaker was nerfed, by the way. Chat, lol, smile.
And as you rightly point out, Ace and High Vision are just struggling to make headway here. They're desperately fishing for a pick. They actually do find one. They managed to get the railgun shot across onto Nami. That opens things up with the respawn coming in from Calvin. Ace trying to push on forward. They've got the cart movement. Now they're going to get around this corner.
And the first ultimates, Thailand's getting kind of close, but Punk is that much further ahead than Calvin. So Australia has
I was questioning Ace's sojourn last time they played, but apparently he makes it work.
Yeah, it's a freebie. Like I said, Immortality Field was used earlier by.
Oh, this is even. They should fight this. They should fight this. They're not one. They're bad.
Without that tank, they're sort of.
Oh, Ace! Ace! Man has COVID and he's still fucking popping off. Sick in real life and sick in game.
To respawn, Dragon Strike across from Quinn. Everyone's able to avoid it quite easily. In the side room, Ace controls that. Quinn picks him up, looking for something. Now Punk goes down. Ace, unbelievably on a tear with that overclock. Now finding Pally towards the end. And there we go. Nicely done.
Despite being 1-0 down, I think Ace might be the player of the match so far in terms of just the raw impact. We saw on the Echo, now on the Sojourn. Outsnipes Nami long range of the rails. That was what put Australia behind in the first place on A, and then continues forward. The amount of rails coming on through, the overclock to finish things off and get the cap. It wasn't guaranteed that Thailand were going to be able to get the cap either because Australia had more to play through. Double support ultimates coming online.
Ooh, Calvin.
Big push up here from Thailand.
I keep hearing Calvin, dude. I keep hearing Calvin.
Split the team first, and here we go. It's Flux time. Doesn't have a lot at his back. Trying to wait out the bulk of that Transcendence. They found Quinn. That's a free pick.
Oh, Kings, those are fine.
Dying to the very back end of that Dragon Strike. That was used a while ago already by High Vision, but they managed to get the work done. Calvin, dangerously low, finally goes down, but they trade it for Punk. So Thailand still getting pretty good push.
What was bad about that?
Totally free push, but it's the next best thing.
Well, Punk is going to end up returning before Calvin, so that is a huge issue for Thailand. Doesn't mean that Thailand probably have to give up this angle. Unlikely to be able to actually get this cap. Yeah, Australia just too close. They should be able to run for it.
Going for it now.
Aki just going to walk up. They got a touch with the lamp.
They do, and it works out, but they immediately trade Aki, and now Thailand, they want to force the issue. Pally pops Transcendence, they're trying to find more. Losing Ace, though, that's really bad for them. They only have High Vision putting out the damage.
Oh, come on, come on, man. Come on. Like, Thailand is doing so well, but then they do these, like, weird-ass mistakes, and
Quinn goes down, there he is. That's going to get the card over the line, despite
okay, the supports and the tank, bro.
Thailand are actually still able to get the fight done.
I don't know why they were doing that.
Out of the way.
Well, they just managed to out-damage Punk's healing, and it was Bertlog alone trying to get the heals, and maybe he was on a reload. Aki, dead, couldn't put the Harmony on. They already used the lamp early. Remember, they had to touch off the supports using the lamp because Punk was still
holy shit, they're pushed far forward. Far forward.
They couldn't quite touch in time, so sacrificing his support, it's expensive.
Ooh, Punk, that was a bit of a nothing Flux. Out of no man's land right now. Punk may be in a bit of trouble here, trying to retreat to his healers, trying to route in Calvin to get a bit of a surround on him. May get work out. Indeed, it does. Overextends there, desperately trying to finish off Punk. And they've not really been pushing the car while that's happened as well. They got a fair bit of it, only just getting back to it now. Australia are backing out because they have low health bars, but they can push straight back in, and it's going to be Thailand who have to give up the position. Oh.
Losing Ace there does hurt. I don't think Thailand can really continue too much further forward here. They already got a decent amount of ground. Wait for 5. They need to try and play the angle on the window. Again, sitting that one up straight in the lane for the final push. Calvin coming up over towards the Flux as well. So they got good ultimates online for what could be the final push. Plenty of time to play.
Yo, how you doing, Aqua?
Push. This is the one where they're going to have the big ultimate advantage, nearly on to 5. Australia about 15% away on at least the supports. They're going to make the long rotation on the high ground. This has been spotted because Nami pulls again for sight.
Throwing out a Dragon Strike there.
What are control products, Jay? They're a meal replacement. It's like a protein shake and like protein bars and whatnot.
Just kind of threading one through to find that. They're still going to go in for this fight. They've got this, their own Dragon Strike, trying to isolate Punk. No, not able to get it. The barrier's able to cover his retreat. He's got the supports at his back. Not too isolated for them. Losing Pally in the main thrust of the fight as well. Look, they get a little bit more car push. They've still got 2.5 minutes on the clock. This is doable for Thailand, but they have to give this one up for now.
Yeah. It's not doable in this fight. Quit on the off angle from the window. I mean, Thailand, they're trying to rotate around. Now they want to rotate down to the low ground into the small room where Punk was in a bit of a 1v1, but that leaves your team open. So Quinn finds the angle, again, through the window where Thailand are pushing the payload, but their tank is all the way in the side room instead.
Does a World Cup team play Wrecking Ball as their main, like, tank? I don't think so. Oh my god, Ace! Oh, but he fucked up his slide. I think he's only going to be able to use his ult to get one kill.
Gets the better end of it in the initial bit, but loses his own life. That's a 2-for-1.
Oh, this is actually looking really bad for Australia, dude. 2 minutes left. They're down 2. Cart's almost capped. Window was wasted.
Now looking around the side, what can Calvin find?
Nice rock. Ace! Ace!
And it could start to come apart. Quinn goes down. The wheels are coming off for Australia on this last stretch of the defense.
Halle! The supports are even getting the kills.
Both Punk, Dean Megs came back out in the Diva, immediately loses his life, and look at that. Thailand.
Yeah, I think that's GG's. I think that's GG's.
They pick up Circle Royale, their own map pick, and we tie up 1-1.
Cake is better than YouTube? I would not say that. That's a stretch, bro. That's a stretch.
I've been to Italy.
Is this guy bragging about where he's traveled to?
I went to Florence. Florence was
You can only switch 3 times according to the tournament rules. That's not true. You can switch multiple characters. You can only switch. There is no limit on how many characters you can switch. That sounds so stupid.
I was like 4 or 5. I'm trying to remember. We stayed at
bro, that's not a rule, bro. There ain't no way someone's sitting there like somebody's sitting there like.
We stayed at this vineyard for about a week, and then in the last actually it was
okay, we've seen you play Widowmaker, Tracer, and Hanzo, which was fine, but then we also saw you go Mei. I'm sorry, but according to the rules, you're disqualified. You can't switch more than. You went 4, bro. 3's the limit. I don't think there's no way that's a rule.
That they were there longer than us, and I'm like, no, we were there.
Saber, appreciate the massive 5 getting subs as well, my friend.
After you left, we were there for longer than you. We stayed longer, and he just couldn't. His 4-year-old brain couldn't.
I have never heard a tournament in my life that only allows you to switch characters 3 times.
I hope he's doing okay in life right now.
So witness this, Ace is going to go back over towards Sojourn. He'll force it into play. I mean, it's acceptable. It's going to be the looser and result. So Thailand playing, I think, maybe a
Overwatch is all about counter swaps and whatnot. If one team runs X character, that means when you lose that team fight, you can switch X character and counter them.
Really feeling the heat. Yeah,
like, you know how ridiculous it would be if you swap 3 times and then the other team was like, hey, wait, that guy swapped 3 times. Holy shit, go Pharah. But then you're stuck on like. You're stuck on like Mei, and then now you don't have a hit scan because you can't swap more than 3.
And if he is, it's going to be in full
weird.
retreat up. There we go. Finally blasted down by Nanda with the right click. And that's going to do it for this opening scrap. Australia in control. Thailand still taking losses on the retreat.
Yep, I mean, the later the deaths here, the more free push that Australia's going to get. Looking over towards maybe 40 to 50 here. A few plays push forward. Ultimates are coming online. Aki sitting on
sick. Appreciate the massive 2 months.
Ultimate as quick as you'd imagine. And Thailand just being outpaced. This is why you play the Lucian Moira version. You get past the initial Mei battle, which Nat is kind of low at the moment. And
the players do not see the colors for their abilities now. This is it's a visual thing for spectators. Oh my god, look at fucking Ace go! Jeez! Holy shit!
I don't believe it.
Yo, what the fuck, bro?
There's a 5K.
I will never doubt Ace and Sojourn again. Holy shit!
Stop Team Australia right before the cap can come through as well. Best player in the lobby. I'm gonna say it. Look, yeah, okay, I get that Punk is Overwatch League, but DPS flashy hero. Sojourn do cool things. Ace with the 5K.
Holy shit!
I had a dream last night that I dropped an F-bomb on the broadcast, and let me tell you, I got close watching that 5K. But I
wait, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, Thailand pushing forward still. Australia back in the mix now. Thailand a little lean on ultimates compared to Australia. Neither quite willing to commit anything just yet. Wanting to scrap
Ace just got an ace.
Force the other team into an error.
We go. Australia's still sitting on some decent plays.
Oh, that's actually huge. That's actually huge if they freeze the... Punk. Kill Punk. He used Ramatra ult as well. That's actually fucking massive. That's huge, dude. That's huge. I think Punk used his ult, right? No, he didn't? No, I was wrong. He didn't use his ult. That was, Calvin. Aimbot Calvin. Caliban.
To try and commit this coalescence now, especially with Quinn and Furlong. Ace once again warping the lobby around.
I thought he used it. It looked like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the star sign.
Or maybe that was the glowing effect of the beat. You guys saw that, right? It looked like it.
#1 in this lobby. He forced his way to victory.
Ace is actually a really good fucking player, dude.
Into what could be a winning push here. Might see the flip on the payload distance.
Getting close to it.
Threaten the cap as well, but this is where Punk gets to use the Annihilation. As you mentioned, couldn't use it last time due to being frozen. So gonna pop it straight away here.
Apudo in too deep. Really quick commit there from Australia. Bertlog just commanding everybody.
Nanda, I don't know who Nanda is, but that's a really good player as well.
There. That was unfortunate for Thailand. They kind of needed to take a back-to-back win, pull ahead in the distance. Instead, situation is reset.
And look, I'm not trying to be funny here, but legitimately, I think Pally might. I think legitimately Pally might have been actually.
That's what I sound like, but I'm trying to talk.
Because he was in trouble. I think if you boost Yo there on purpose, Apudo stays alive, and you might be able to pull back and take another fight. Out-rotate the Annihilation. You trade Annihilation for Nano, and I think that's a worthwhile trade for Pally.
Buff me, please. Appreciate the massive prime.
Really far south.
Elizabeth, appreciate the massive prime as well.
Overclock though, and we can see brilliant things from him once again. Already around the side, committed with it. Nanda super low, finds Bertlog. That's one. What else is he gonna get?
Come on, Ace. Come on, Ace. Oh no, never mind. Punk wins.
They react to it.
Oh, this is a really close team fight though.
Rather from Calvin, able to find Punk. They're pulling ahead, and numbers just barely. High vision goes Ice Cube just to outlast. Pally down though. They're really struggling to close this last little bit out. They find Quinn though. Should be able to dust off Aki, and they will get those.
Calbun is actually popping off.
Back over towards a situation where they need to try and actually get this flip. Australia fully respawn. Thailand going to pull back a little bit. Take another fight.
Just appreciate the massive 2 months.
Going to taxi a couple players in.
This is actually a really good series. 5 minutes left into the match chat, and both of them are basically equal in push distance. It's a really good match.
Nano to boot on the backside. He might be able to push things a little bit further towards Australia's advantage with this additional coalescence, but Nana could also just get the snipe.
Yeah, just found that already, and now Thailand have to make some serious decisions about whether or not they're going for this. They've already got Calvin up deep in the mix there, a little bit low. They have to go ahead and commit a nano boost onto Calvin. Here come the Blizzards now, just skirting around the edges of it. Sightlines directly forward. Punk anti-heal on him, trying to push forward past that barrier. Sound barrier going to be committed from Bertlog for Australia to keep those tanks alive. And he is indeed.
Oh no, come on, Pally.
Not there on the sound barrier still as the fight continues. Calvin super low. Ace down again, and there we go. There's Calvin. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? 2 people?
No, Pudo.
He just pulls out this. I think he was trying to save the last 2 members, but everyone just melts in time, and that is not what
That's
you want
not good, man.
Barrier.
That's not good.
Let the fight go. Hold on to the ultimate for the following fight. You probably end up losing the cap. I mean, you guarantee to lose it now, but you would have lost the cap potentially from not using the sound barrier. You have still an extra sound barrier had you saved it.
They tried to
They had to take a fight fast. They should have taken a fight fast.
They nearly had a contest there. Had to give it up with that ice.
Nah, if they actually had a contest, that would have been huge, because even if the other team caps, they would have respawned instantly. Holy fuck by Quinn though, kid!
4K from Australia.
God damn, the flank with the Reaper. Come from the side. Very special, powerful move. It takes 3 to 4 shots to perfectly execute a kill.
On the fire, they're really trying to pull through anything extra that they can find. Yeah, sure.
Yo, this is a battle between Kin and Ace.
That's great, but Australia can also just pull back out. They're going to confirm the 100 and exit the point, but not Punk. He's stuck behind a wall.
Oh, that's dangerous. He may slip out. Barely gets away. Thanks to that extra bit of defense in the Nemesis form. That's a directly on Punk's face, though. Not going to be able to outlast that.
He pulled him down closer to his face. Ain't no way, bro.
Guarding the body for the time being, but Aki down. That res, that's long since gone, but they've got the extra kills coming through. So Thailand, they need to dust off the last few, and then they'll be able to start pushing.
By the way, distance back WB 1876 for the tier 1 as well, my friend.
Time as well. He was getting so much splash damage done. Finds a rocket rush to even chase Punk through the window,
but this is actually really bad now. It used to be 42 meters to 50, now it's 42 to 100.
Get back control of the payload, so we'll flip back to neutral now finally with 2:30 remaining. Time is not looking good. This is also where fire is not good either, and Nanda gets a snipe.
Nanda has Ace's number. As soon as I said Ace was warping the lobby around him, Nanda heard me and went, well, I've got to do something about that. Has kept such a lid on this guy for so long. And now once again, Thailand, just as they finally reset to situation neutral, after a minute and a half elapses, they are immediately finding themselves on the losing end of a fight.
Yeah, but it's because Ace is on the wrong hero here. He's only playing the fire to... I guess you have some decent opportunities to play the fire in the open space, but you can't win those neutrals. Once fire ends up playing inside the concourse in the midpoint, really low value. So how is Thailand meant to be able to come back into the game when they likely...
I do like the Farah pick, but I don't know how he's not getting... I mean, he's getting ult really quick, but I think he'll be like... You should be dominating more.
A Blizzard available. Minute and a half on the clock. This is real do or die for Thailand, and they start off by fighting Quinn. Can Australia start to recover it? They've got the Blizzard deployed. Ace
okay, he does have his ult. I hope he gets a fat ult here.
Running, he's low, he's in trouble. He's in the immortality field.
He's not getting healed. He's not getting healed. He's not getting healed. Oh, bro, if he got healed, he could probably pop off. He could have used his ult, but Calvin looks like he's bringing it back.
Has been able to survive and pick up a chunk of kills.
If they lost that fight, bro, all they had to do was heal Ace, and Ace had his ult. Like, everyone was in that corner and walling off the Thailand's tank. He could have got that barrage.
To try and take the shortcut. Not the fastest hero though. You got one.
Is it Belira? I appreciate the massive prime sub as well.
Alive behind the wall was everything. The land being put into that extra annihilation. Calvin used to put in extra armor as well. And yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here.
Played that way too close to it. They were expecting Ace sooner than he was able to arrive.
Oh no!
Going down once again. Nanda has his number. Has a Puto's number 2. And between that,
Jaskelson, appreciate the massive prime as well.
Looking good for Thailand now. 30 seconds on the clock, losing a fight. They're gonna have a hard time resetting. And Australia, they've got that 100 meters. They can just back away and run out the clock.
And at this point, don't push the payload. This is Australia can actually just get off the payload here and force time to come to them, because time is a factor. Actually, the closer you push the payload into Thailand spawn, the more likely, the higher the likelihood they actually touch the payload. But in either case, leave it in the mid. Exactly, get away from the payload. Force time to come towards you.
See, by the way, chat, this is a good strat. If you wipe them, you don't have to push the payload. If you're pushing the payload when there's 10 seconds left, you're basically pushing the bot closer to the other team so they can touch. So it's smart. Don't push the payload.
It's going to be a Blizzard as well. They have no real defensive tools.
Oh, and Kin.
Nowhere near enough, and that's a freebie for Quinn. Australia absolutely commanding on that final map. Thailand did seriously look good on Circuit Royale, especially on that attacking half, but they do not hold a candle to Australia.